Chapter 9. 6-9. Although the female special agent had a higher rank than Farron, he was still Orrin Campbell's son. Was this female special agent unclear about the situation? At that moment, Wilbur shook his head and said, "Are you two still children? Are you done yet?" The two snorted coldly at the same time and stopped talking to each other. Wilbur sighed and said, "Let's go and have lunch. I'm hungry." Wilbur and his group walked outside. Michael and Simon looked at each other, with cold sweat breaking out on their foreheads. "Please hold an emergency meeting and issue a statement. Announce the facts to the public and try your best to make things right. Otherwise, we will all suffer," Principal Michael said with a sad look on his face. Simon nodded repeatedly. If this matter was not handled properly, the two of them would indeed be in trouble. Wilbur and the others had left the school and come to a restaurant outside. The five of them ordered a few dishes and had lunch. After the meal, Wilbur comforted Shelby and her friends. After that, they returned to school. Farron made a face and paid the bill. Wilbur looked at the two of them, shook his head, and drove away. Farron and Elsa looked at each other, snorted coldly, and parted ways too. After returning to Sea Lake Island, Wilbur sat in the room for a while and sighed. Sal and his people dared to act so openly and boldly. This must be inseparable from the forces behind them. That was by no means an accident. There must be many more similar incidents that were left in the dark. Thinking of that, Wilbur sighed deeply. The next day, the Municipal Discipline Inspection Division issued a notice. There was a food safety problem at Westan College. The people responsible, Sal, the canteen contractor, Shia, the Dean of Academic Affairs, and Hector, the Deputy Director of the Education Bureau, had admitted the relevant facts, including colluding with each other, concealing the truth, etc. They are being investigated, and further investigations regarding the incident are being carried out. Westan College issued an announcement. Sal, the canteen contractor, neglected food hygiene and safety and allowed a rat head to be found in his food. In order to evade responsibility, Sal teamed up with the profit conveyors, Dean of Academic Affairs, Shia, and Deputy Director of Education Bureau, Hector, to conceal the facts, claim the rate was a duck, smash the dormitories of the reported students, and threaten the safety of the students. They are now being summoned for investigation. The college will cooperate with the relevant departments to carry out the investigation and carry out special food safety rectification activities in the school. At the same time, the 3 students who reported the incident will be rewarded as encouragement. Seeing these 2 announcements, the entire college cheered. Everyone was confused at first. In the early days, it was revealed that someone ate a rat head in the school canteen. Everyone was disgusted and could not accept it. However, the Academic Affairs Office issued a notice saying that it was just a duck's head and that the students had been mistaken. Everyone began to talk and had various suspicions. Now these 2 announcements had completely verified everyone's suspicions. Sure enough, someone was hiding something and threatening the students. Now that the truth was revealed, everyone was excited. Justice had prevailed. When Wilbur saw the news, he just sighed. There were countless shady things going on in this world. There were many worse and darker things than this one. Who could know about them, and who could control them? Even he felt a little powerless. It was even more so for the most of the ordinary people. At this time, Charles was heard outside saying, "Sir, there is an invitation for you." "Come in." Charles pushed open the door and walked in. He held the invitation in both hands and handed it to Wilbur. Wilbur opened it and took a look. It was from Nancy. "I sincerely invite you, Mr. Wilbur, to attend the wedding reception of Nancy and Conan on the 10th of July at the restaurant on the 2nd floor of Oceania Hotel in Skyville. I look forward to your presence." Wilbur waved to dismiss Charles away, closed the invitation card, and placed it on the table. She was getting married. Various emotions emerged on Wilbur's face, and he was in a state of confusion. Wilbur unknowingly sat there all afternoon. It was not until evening that he took a long breath and smiled. In the next few days, he announced that everyone on Sea Lake Island would practice in seclusion and stay behind closed doors.